Hi all, I want to play one or two games this afternoon. So clearbluewater. I'll try and play solidly against this IM, maybe transpose into a Slav defense. C6 now. I don't know, bishop on D6. I'll take with this pawn to get this semi-open e-file. Maybe Queen C7 here to try and discourage castling. Probably doesn't actually. So G5 looks a bit ambitious, but on the other hand, maybe I can do that if I follow up correctly with knight f8, bishop e6. This is a less committal way of playing this. What about just castling? Actually, I think I will just castle. If rook c1, I have to move my queen back though. I'm going to have to untangle this bishop. Something like maybe the queen's misplaced there. Can I just go to a5 or something? I'll go to a5 or d8. Back to d8. Oh, I'll go back to d8. Humble retreat. So I've got a few problems here. Maybe rook e8, knight f8, bishop g4. That will do something with this bishop. When we're looking at the pawn structure, b4 b5 is a structure, but also playing for e4 as he's done now is potential pain. So I'll put the bishop to e7. He's got to isolate queen pawn now. So trying to blockade on d5 is often an idea. I think bishop e7 is going to be handy here. After knight e4. All that. Still bishop e7. So maybe d5 is White's intention at the moment. Okay, can I get a knight f8? So bishop f6 isn't such a major threat. So after this threatening mate on h7. So knight f8 protects h7. Okay, the fun begins. What about bishop e6? Attempting to blockade the d-pawn, protecting f7. Maybe knight d5 is a freeing idea, but then knight e4. No, bishop takes, queen e7. I'll go for that. I hope I'm not getting mated soon. So not quite yet. So bishop f6 here. Maybe with the potential idea of bishop e5. Okay, can I take on c3 now? I'll try taking on c3 just to exchange my blockader with bishop d5. No, c4 is a problem actually after bc. Rook c3, I don't know, bishop d5 is okay. There's a pin there on the rook at the moment. Bishop e5. Okay, so bishop e5 here takes. There's nothing really that special going on. What about just bishop e6? Because I'm attacking the d-pawn with my queen. But I suppose I can swap the blockader again with queen d5. I think I will. There's rook c5 though. There's queen d4 here. Can I just play queen d4? Is it too dangerous? Knight f7s? Let's go with it. Queen d4. Breathing slightly changed there, a bit of nerves I suppose, taking a pawn in the centre though, so he's got rid of his isolated pawn. On the other hand, is my king going to get it? That's the key question now. So will my king get it? Can I just follow up with rook d8 if he's not careful? Or takes and queen g4. So knight f7s might come into play as being a major threat here. Not at the moment. I think he's got back row issues. So I think rook d8 for the moment, but maybe I do want to get in something like bishop e5 and queen g4. Knight f7, bishop f7, rook e8, bishop takes queen. Knight g6, I think I can just take that safely. My knight's protecting the bishop at the moment. Hopefully, okay, what about bishop g5? Bishop g5. Okay. I've taken the pressure off, but maybe I can put the pressure back with rook d5 next. If the rook moves, d3 though, that's queen d2. Queen d2. I got an advantage here. It looks as though I'm not sure why the pawn's sacked still. So bishop f6. Oh, now he's threatening something concrete. So bishop h6 is a major threat. So queen takes maybe. On b2, I can play g6 maybe. Takes. Or bishop g7. I'll have bishop g7s for the moment. If I take on g4 or just bishop g7 and queen g7. So knight takes, bishop takes, queen g7. There's no bishop g4 right at the moment. So the queen's alright on b2. If I'm not getting mated, if I can go back to g7, he might try and evict the queen. What about rook d5? So say rook e2, rook d5. That might be okay. I've got to evict this queen. So or tempt bishop, knight h6, bishop h6, queen g7. So rook e2, rook d5. What can he do? The queen's kind of trapped there. If he takes, I can take with the pawn if he's used that rook to attack that rook. So that'll be fine. Okay. Hoping this is okay. My knight's still protecting h7 anyway. So this looks as though I might have bishop d5 coming up. If the rook can't go to g4, bishop d5 will attack g2. Okay, here I can get two rooks or more for the queen. Surely bishop d5, rook g4, rook e1, king moves. I can play rook takes b1. Takes queen g5 right here. I think I'll go for this, unless his rook d5 is just safer. Let's go for this. Get lots of pieces for the queen. Two rooks and a bishop. So there's no queen h7 mate. Am I losing? I'm not losing material. Yes, I am losing material. Ouch. Okay. Get some coordination going. Excitement. I'll try and chat the queen off. Oh god. Knight f8. Try and stop the queen from being deadly. Am I goner now? Have I messed this up, or will I get rook e6 in? h6. Maybe I should just take. If I throw in this check. No, I have to protect e7. Hold on. 17 seconds to finish me off. Can I coordinate these pieces? I don't know. It's looking really kind of dangerous. What about f5? I don't know. f6? Try and stop these pawns. Stop the pawns. Yes, it's getting very, very dangerous now. So am I getting mated? Can I take off this pawn before getting mated? Oops. 8 seconds. Try and stop that. It's good so far. Rook and bishop against queen. Only 2 seconds left. He resigns. Yes! It's really hard on the ICC. So a dramatic game here. Slav defence. And a bit awkward positioning actually, because rook c1 is going to happen. So maybe just queen e7 next time is more optimal. But on the hand, e4 we target on the e-file. So I don't know. This was interesting. A bit provocative, provoking him to get a nice like queen's pawn. So he's got the classic pressure on my king, but he let his d pawn go. So that was probably maybe a blunder here. That bishop e6 was actually attacking his d pawn. So as long as there's no major knight f7 thing, it looked kind of good in principle. This position, I thought there wasn't much danger, but there's a bit of a miscalculation here because he's picking up this rook on d8, which is not what I'd really wanted. So here, typical drama. So nearly getting mated. I have to stop queen g7. So I stop that. Unfortunately, it's now rook and bishop. Nearly get mated again. Have to stop queen g7. And here have to stop queen g7 again. I take the f6 pawn, and he resigns. He's going to lose on time anyway. Please leave any comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks very much.